Welcome back to Verbal Communication and Presentation Skills. I'm Yogesh.
And I'm Lily. In episode 1, we talked about the foundations of verbal communication. Today, we're diving into the next layer: tone, pitch, and pace. 3 subtle forces that dramatically shape how your words land.
That's right. These vocal tools are often underestimated. You can say the exact same words, but your tone, pitch, and pace completely change the message.
Let's get into what each of these mean and how to use them with intention and impact.
Segment 1. What is tone, pitch, and pace? Yogesh, let's start with tone. Simply put, tone is the emotional quality of your voice. Are you sounding confident, curious, sarcastic, warm, angry?
And tone is felt more than heard. You can't fake it. People are emotionally intelligent. They pick up on subtle cues. Your tone reveals more than your words ever could.
Next is pitch, the highness or lowness of your voice. A rising pitch can sound inquisitive or uncertain, while a lower pitch often sounds grounded and authoritative.
And then there's pace, the speed at which you speak. Speaking too fast can overwhelm your audience. Speaking too slowly, you risk sounding disengaged or losing attention.
But here's the thing. All 3 are situational. It's not about one perfect style. It's about knowing how to adapt.
Segment 2. Why tone matters.
Let's look at tone first. Imagine your manager says, "Good job." Now imagine it in a flat, robotic tone versus a warm, enthusiastic tone.
It's a world of difference. One feels like a checkbox, the other feels like genuine recognition.
Exactly. That's why leaders need to master tone. Whether it's motivating a team, delivering feedback, or resolving conflict, the tone sets the emotional temperature.
And tone mismatch is a real problem. Saying, "I care about this," in a bored tone doesn't work. People hear the emotion, not just the message.
And let's not forget how tone varies culturally. What sounds assertive in one culture might sound aggressive in another.
Such a good point. So the first takeaway here is match your tone to your message and your audience.
Segment 3. Pitch, the power of vocal range. Now, let's talk pitch. A lot of professionals, especially in high-stress situations, default to a higher pitch without realizing it.
It's true. Stress tightens the throat and raises pitch. But a steady, lower pitch tends to signal confidence and calm.
That's why vocal warm-ups are a real tool. Actors, news anchors, they all use them. Even humming can help ground your pitch.
And don't confuse pitch with personality. We're not saying everyone needs to sound like Morgan Freeman, but understanding your vocal range and using it intentionally is a game changer.
Exactly. Even slight variations in pitch can keep people engaged and add emotion to your delivery.
Monotone is the enemy of attention. Variety in pitch adds color, contrast, and movement to your words.
Segment 4. Pacing, the rhythm of your voice. Pace is probably the most overlooked of the 3, but it's so powerful. It controls how much your audience can absorb.
If you speak too fast, people can't keep up. They miss your meaning. But if you speak too slowly, they may zone out or assume you lack confidence.
Here's a tip. Pause for impact. Pausing after a key point gives the listener time to absorb it, and it signals that what you said matters.
And pacing isn't just speed, it's rhythm. It's about flow. Like music, your voice needs high notes and low notes, fast parts and slow parts.
A good speaker knows when to build momentum and when to slow down for emphasis. Think of Steve Jobs. He used silence masterfully.
I remember that iconic moment when he said, "One more thing," and paused. The room leaned in.
Yes, that pause was electric. That's the power of strategic pacing.
Closing. So let's recap. Tone conveys emotion. Pitch reveals confidence or hesitation, and pace dictates clarity and impact.
Mastering these three is like having vocal superpowers. You become more engaging, more persuasive, and more intentional.
In our next episode, we'll talk about something just as important: listening. Because great communicators know when to speak, but they also know when to stay silent and truly listen.
Yogesh, thank you, Lily, and to our listeners. And always remember, take some time today to reflect on how you use your tone, pitch, and pace, and maybe record yourself to check. If you found this episode of Corporate Communication useful, don't forget to join us at leadershipacademy.tagbizsutra.com. Do share it with your friends and colleagues, and leave your review. Until next time, on verbal communication and presentation skills.